You are joining me here in Melbourne Airport, where I'll be flying from Melbourne to Auckland on the Air New Zealand Business Premier. I arrived slightly earlier due to the PCR testing requirement when the border was still restricted, and as you can see, the boarding zone was already fairly crowded. Business class and elite status members can use the dedicated check-in zones. However, the line was barely moving that a lot of passengers went to the self-check-in for the economy passengers instead. I wanted to have a priority bag tag, and as I have an oversized item, it was more challenging for me to go through the self-check-in area. After an hour of queuing, I finally was able to check in and head towards the Air New Zealand lounge. Air New Zealand lounges both domestically and internationally have always been weak on their food selections. Given that this is an international flight, I would have expected some more food options, especially hot food given the lack of it. I've just been spending some time in the lounge, probably just under an hour. Check-in has been pretty chaotic. The queue was pretty much everywhere, like there was no like proper queue. Yeah, everyone just like coming from all directions, so it was a bit confusing. And then I had to sort out my GST refund for my purchases here in Australia, so I have to do that. And yeah, by the time I got here, it was probably probably quite late. Check-in took about an hour, and then I have to sort out the GST thing, which was about maybe 20 minutes. Yeah, so took about 90 minutes all in all. But yeah, boarding is going to start in about 10 minutes or so, I think. So yeah, there isn't a lot of food choices here in the lounge. There's only some cold food, sandwiches, all those things. Yeah, so nothing too special. So yeah. This is the first time I will be taking Air New Zealand Business Premier. I've been on that seat from Christchurch to Auckland, which is about an hour flight. So this is a little bit longer, about 3 hours or so. So hopefully I'll be able to experience the flatbed and then see what the food is like on board, because I didn't really have that much food in the lounge here. They had like a sandwich and a smoothie and a juice. So hopefully the food on board is good. But yeah, I'll be heading over to the gate soon and yeah, check out the Air New Zealand Business Premier seats, which is I think quite old. I think they have been using this product for since they got the Dreamliner, which is probably close to a decade. But yeah, I think they'll be introducing a new business class soon, but yeah, not too sure when that will be. Could be in the next couple of years, but yeah, they haven't really announced anything yet. So yeah, for now this is still their flagship product, and I don't really like the seat design. But yeah, I got the left side of the cabin, which has a bit more privacy. I don't know if I chose the seat, but yeah, it was kind of like in the middle of the cabin, of the business class cabin.
I usually would prefer to choose like at the back, so I don't know whether they change it or whether that's what I've chosen during booking. But anyway, that's what I got for today. We hopefully will be departing on time. I saw the aircraft coming in about 15-20 minutes ago, so hopefully we'll be able to depart on time. And then yeah, arrive in Auckland just before 6 p.m. So yeah, 3 months away from home, and today's the day I'll be heading back and conclude my very long overseas trip. Yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the adventures that I've been over the last 3 months. If you haven't checked out my other flights with Malaysia Airlines, Singapore Airlines, Malindo Air, and Bamboo Airways, you can check out on my channel. Quite interesting. So anyway, that's it for now. I'll get ready to head over to the gate, and boarding hopefully should start in about 10 or so minutes. Our flight just got delayed 20 minutes, so our original departing time is 12:10. Now it's 12:30, but the arrival time is only 5 minutes late, so it's not too big of a difference. But I'm actually on the phone. I'm not sure if you can see. I'm just waiting for my phone provider because I need to switch to another provider when I get back. So I hope that they can sort it out before I leave here, because I've got like a discounting which is ending today. So hopefully I can get it sorted out before I leave. So I still got maybe 20-30 minutes here, so hopefully there will be enough time to sort it out. But yeah, that's the latest update for now. If there's any more interesting things happening, then I'll come back to you. Otherwise, probably see you all on board.
After a half-hour delay, we were called to head over to the gate for boarding. Both premium and economy lines were boarding at the same time, which was very weird, as they should prioritize premium passengers to get on the aircraft first, instead of having everyone queuing up and causing a lot of chaos.
Cool, thank you.
Right. Hi. Hello.
Hi, good, how are you? Thank you.
After I got to my seat, a hot towel and pre-departure beverage was offered. We were able to take our time and enjoy the drink, given there was more delay after we boarded. There are several differently placed seat controls. The one at the front converts the seat to a flat bed, as the bed is at the back of the seat instead of reclining fully into a bed mode. The side controls allow you to control it to a reclining position. A reading light is available along with a drink tray towards the bottom of it, which replaces the usual places where available for such function. An IFE remote can also be found along with some deep storage space, although not nearly big enough to put anything other than some magazines. You can also find the universal power outlet there. There's also a noise cancelling headphone placed on the seat, which is not the best by any means, but it does the job for a short flight. The in-flight entertainment does recognize a member of AirPoints if your ticket is linked to one.
have been sitting here for a good 30 minutes since we have boarded, and yeah, we haven't left the gate yet. We are still here. The captain came on and said that there's more cargo that they have to load, so yeah, I think we are now currently delayed for exactly 1 hour now. Our original departing time is 12:10, and now it's 1:10 and we are still sitting here. But arrival time seems to be about 20 minutes later than the original time, but of course it's not factoring the taxi time and all those things. We are actually just pushing back right now, but yeah, we'll see how it goes when we arrive. But yeah, exactly 1 hour delayed, which is not very good, but at least I'm getting my money's worth sitting over here on this pretty comfortable seat. So yeah, pushing back, and we should be taking off in about 10 minutes or so. I've already pre-ordered the vegetarian meal, so not getting anything from the menu, but let's see what they can cook up for a vegetarian meal. Hopefully it's good.
While we were taxiing to the runway, we got a sudden heartbreak and a turn. Later the captain came on the PA saying that the air traffic control gave a sudden change of taxi instructions, which explained why this was the roughest taxi I've ever experienced. Not long after, we headed down the runway and started our journey across the Tasman. While gate-to-gate entertainment was offered, due to the bad design of the product, the screen is located on the side of the seat on a retracted position, which means you will have to turn your head almost 90 degrees, which is not a very comfortable way to watch a movie. And if you want to enjoy the view outside, you will probably have to turn nearly 180 degrees as the seat is facing away from the window. After departure, we were served a drink of choice that was ordered while we were on the ground, and we got some nuts along with it. Dinner came not too long after in the form of a tray. For my vegetarian starter, it was a cold platter, and then they swapped out the cold platter for the main course, which was some capsicum, veggies, and a tomato sauce. Well, the spongy looking thing, I couldn't figure out what it could be, but we finished up with a dessert, which I went for the caramel panna cotta with sesame crumble and macerated strawberries. The loo was fine when I was visited, with the usual Air New Zealand quirks of wallpaper on their loo. There was nothing special and no special amenities apart from a hand soap.
So dinner service just finished. There were 3 courses and I didn't know. I thought there was only 1 course, but yeah, we had 3 courses. So the first one, I didn't know what it was. It's kind of like a cold dish with some bread. And then we got the main course, which is the um, it's not a mashed potato. I'm not really sure what it was. I'm not really sure what it was. It tastes a little bit like cake, but it's not. Yeah, I have no idea what it is, but yeah, there's like some sort of tomato paste with some vegetables. And for the dessert, I went for the and for the dessert, I went for one of the item on the menu because they didn't ask me when they took the order, so I have to look out when. So I had to look it up when they were asking for the dessert. So there's a caramel panna cotta with sesame crumble, macerated strawberries. Yeah, it's kind of like a sweetish. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like a pudding, I suppose. But it's not that sweet. It is sweet, but it's not too sweet. The crumble was pretty good, and the strawberries is. It felt a bit like it has gone bad, but yeah, I'm not sure what is this called. It's like fancy stuff. The macerated strawberries, yeah. So I'm not too sure what it is, but I guess it's that's how it's supposed to be. But anyway, we are going to start our descent in just under 40 minutes. Our landing in just under 40 minutes. So I think we might start landing preparation pretty soon. And yeah, I can see the sun is setting now. So by the time we land, it might be dark. But anyway, we should be able to get down before 6:30. So that's about a 15-minute delay, or maybe slightly less, depending on what time we touch down. Yeah, so it's pretty nice being able to eat so many things. Basically, since we departed until now, so I'm like really full, and yeah, I wanted to have any more dinner tonight. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, I'm kind of watching this new it's not a new TV show, but it's a TV show called Mr. Mayor. I think it's kind of like a comedy thing. So I'm just watching that right now. And then we should be starting our descent in about 5 minutes or so. Yeah, I'll just quickly conclude on this flight while we have a few minutes. So basically, from check-in, it was kind of chaotic. The ground staff came pretty late. Basically, about exactly 3 hours before departure, or the scheduled departure, and people were just like standing everywhere. There was like not really any like queue management, so yeah, I had to go over to the premium live check-in, and it took like a really long time. Yeah, the economy like self check-in, like it was pretty quick, and there are a lot of people who were queuing up at premium ended up just going over to the self check-in. But yeah, you don't get the priority banks for doing that, so I just queue up at the priority, which took about an hour, so it's not good. There was not even that many people in front of me, maybe like under 10 people, so it's not even that like, oh, I mean like 10 groups, so it's not even that many people. Um, yeah, and the lounge was okay. There wasn't like a lot of food choices, so I wouldn't say it's the best lounge in terms of food, but for comfort, it's pretty okay. And then, yeah, the flight itself, not a big fan of this herringbone thing because you see the window is back here, so I can't really actually see outside. It's kind of a weird arrangement. I'm not a big fan of this sitting position, but that's the best we get. Um, yeah, and the 1 hour delay is not really that good since, you shouldn't really be delaying planes just to add more cargo. That's what they say anyway. So, I mean, I'm not in a rush, so it's okay. But if some people are, having connecting flights, it could be quite bad. So it's not exactly ideal. But yeah, the meals are pretty okay. I wouldn't say it's the best meal I've had, but it's decent. And then the seat itself, it's a little bit dirty on the sort of hidden parts. So like the monitor, when I took it out, you can see there's kind of like stuff inside. So it probably needs a deep clean. But yeah, I mean the seat is quite comfortable, but you cannot lay flat over here. So I can kind of do this, and it basically goes kind of about there, and then it stops. So you can see that I'm pressing this, but yeah, it's not going any way down because basically this part goes down and it goes to the footrest and it backs the flatbed. Unfortunately, I don't have time to do that now. But yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. So it's not really the best design. I prefer the one where like, this part basically just slides and become a flatbed. It's probably much easier. So it's definitely not the best seat product in terms of comparing with other airlines. Staff are pretty friendly as per usual. Air New Zealand are pretty well known for the staff, the hospitality, the service. It's pretty good. So no complaints there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I would say that would summarize most of the flight. I can't really think of anything else right now. But yeah, we probably still have a few minutes before we start our descent. So yeah, I'm going to continue my TV show. Maybe get ready for the descent, and yeah, this is the end of my trip, and I'm ready to go home and just get what I need to get done since I've been away for such a long time. So there's quite a lot of things I need to do to sort out. But yeah, if there's nothing else interesting happening for the rest of the flight, then I guess I'll sign off over here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my experience here on Air New Zealand Business Premier. This is the first time I've taken it on I guess you can call it a medium haul flight. It's only like a 3-hour flight, so it's not that long. But yeah, I think it's a pretty comfortable way to fly. It's usually not very cheap to be on Business Premier, but when I booked it, it was kind of okay. It was, I think, $600 something, so it's not too far off from the full price economy seats. Even I think premium economy is probably around the 400-500 mark. So I wouldn't say 600 plus is expensive, but it's this business premier usually goes for I think about 800 plus, even probably 900. So it's definitely pretty decent for the price. But yeah, I wouldn't say this is the most comfortable product out there. But if there's not a lot of choice, I think it's a pretty good way to fly. Even like Trans-Tasman flights, or even to the islands where it's like under 5-hour flight. This is pretty decent. Get like this huge pillow. It's very comfortable. There's lumbar support. And you get this good reclining with the ottoman. Yeah. For a long haul flight though, I'm not very sure that this is the best product or the most comfortable product. Even Virgin Atlantic, I know they used to have this, but I'm not sure if they are still using this one. I don't think a lot of airlines still uses this seat product. So yeah, things are definitely changing in business class, and this type of seats are definitely going out of fashion. And Air New Zealand is also, they are also going to be updating their business class, maybe in the next few years. So hopefully I'll get a chance to try out their new business class. But yeah, I've got a very exciting flight coming up with Air New Zealand as well. On their longest flight, I think maybe the top 5 longest flight in the world, from Auckland to New York, starting in September. But I'll be going during the Christmas period, so it's going to be a marathon. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get a business class seat because I don't have a complimentary upgrade voucher, but it's kind of complicated, so I'm not sure whether I'll be able to get it. But otherwise I'll have to enjoy the marathon on an economy seat, so it's gonna be pretty fun. Yeah, as you heard, that's the co-pilot making an announcement for the descent, so I'm going to get myself ready for the descent. Yeah, for now, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you hopefully very soon.
The Air New Zealand Business Premier Hub product is very outdated given that industry-leading business class offers great storage space, privacy and seating setup. Not to mention a 1-2-1 configuration instead of this 1-1-1 configuration, decreasing the revenue that it can generate for the airline. Air New Zealand has been indicating of a new hub product which we will hopefully be able to see in the near future as the competition for the Tasman route are increasing again post-COVID, which may see passengers choosing other business class products for the not so affordable pricing that Air New Zealand usually charges for all of their flights.
See you later. Thank you. Thank you. See you later.